Hey guys, ever wonder about how people detect ghosts from the other side? Tonight, we're going to be talking about paranormal tech on computability.
With a special guest, Jon Moss.
That's right. Hey, welcome to another episode of Computability. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jill.
And tonight we're coming to you live from Boca Raton with Jon Moss. And we're going to be talking to him about all the paranormal technology he uses to talk to the other side.
Yes, that's right. He does paranormal investigations in the UK, and we're going to be talking to him. But for just a couple seconds, I want to thank the sponsor of tonight's show, 1-800-PET-MEDS. Get 10% off of your pets, same exact high-quality medications, and have them delivered right to your door for free if you order over $39 worth. Go to compute-ability.com, click Buy Here, and buy your pet meds through our website to help computability out. Thank you very much.
It'll help all of your cat's 9 lives, okay?
That's right.
So, okay, so we're going to bring on, without any wait, ado or anything else, we're going to bring on Mr. Jon Moss. There he is.
How are we all?
John, where are you? we don't.
We're here. Hello. In the ether.
We can't see you. Are you in this world or that world?
Probably this world at the moment.
This world? Let me see if I can pull you in. Okay, I'm
Here
going
he
to.
comes.
Right,
Come on,
there he goes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
There you go.
You made it.
Yeah.
You made it. The land of living. Well, we've got you on the show because you've got you do paranormal investigations, and you are a medium and
a psychic.
A psychic. Well, a
Psychic
spiritualist medium, I think you like to be called.
Yes. What is the correct terminology?
Well, yeah, that would be it. A spiritualist medium.
Okay.
Been that for many, many years.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about like how you got started in it and
how did you find out that you were a medium? How did you find out? How did you know?
Medium. How did I know? I think it probably all started when I was a child, really. Being the only child, I just used to have loads and loads of imaginary friends all the time.
Yeah.
And as a child growing up, you never question. You just think that they're real, and you just, you know, I just had all these people that were around me all the time, constantly.
And your parents, at that age, your parents probably thought that you were just like every other kid, that it was no different. And they probably didn't raise any red flags with them either.
No, just apart from the fact that I was just constantly talking to people that weren't there. I mean, at times I must have thought I were going mad, because I was just constantly chatting and talking to people and talking to myself and that. But to me, there were other people in the room that were as real as what I'm talking to you at this moment in time. And it wasn't until I hit sort of about 14 when everyone else sort of starts to sort of go out and play football, or your friends will start, you know, doing sports or going out with girls, that sort of thing.
Right.
And you're sitting having conversations with your friends about sort of when the world's going to end, or what happens if the world does end, or you know, and stuff like that. And that's when I really started to see that there was a difference in the way I viewed things to the way everyone else viewed things.
So you saw people and you heard people.
Correct.
And
dreamt as well.
And so you noticed that somehow you had an ability that other people don't have, and that's to see or hear things that and you found out it was paranormal. You think it was ghosts? Is that what it ended up to be, or how did you put it's a ghost versus I'm seeing things? How does that work?
I don't know really. All that I can tell you is that it's just the way. It's not because it's not anything that I've actually questioned and sat down and actually thought, how does this work? When
it just is the way you are.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. I can't give you a definite answer of, oh, you know, yes, if you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and you do this, then this will happen. It's just one of them things that you just seem to have. And to me, these people were just people. They looked a bit different.
Right.
I mean, because not only did I have people, I also used to see animals as well. So it wasn't just people.
Oh, that's
I used to
interesting.
see animals as well. So, you know, it's not just a people thing. You know, I mean, I have a white dog that follows me around everywhere. No, I've never had a white dog.
Right.
But I've had other people tell me about this white dog, but I've also had my friends come to my house and say, oh, we've just seen the white dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got 2 black cats at the moment, so...
Right.
So as a kid, you saw these things, and while growing up, you experienced more and more, and realized that you were a little more alone on this. When did you start investigating all these sightings or these extraordinary things that you believed?
And how did you Did you do it by yourself first with like an old tape recorder or something like that,
Yeah.
and then like find a group, or did you join a group of people and that's what got you started?
Well, again, it all started to kick off around sort of 14, really. I joined a first paranormal group when I was 14, in a place near me called Stourbridge, and we were sort of just youngsters then, and we'd go and... I know this sounds really bizarre, but we would just hang out in graveyards just to see if we could see anything. And just to see if we could feel anything, you know, and that sort of thing. And so that's what sort of sparked it off. And then from there, I joined a spiritualist church, and then from there, the things that I've witnessed through belonging to a spiritualist church and the things that I've seen would actually sort of blow your mind away, really, with the things I've seen.
Wow.
And there's been many things, from levitating pub tables to seeing people stand on stage change with their face, body type, and everything. And people can argue that it's your imagination, but I know it's not. But
so you caught the bug, and you decided to start your own investigation service in the UK called Orbs. And let me show everybody that. There we go. This right here is Orbs UK. That's his website is orbsuk.co.uk, and you've got a site that's devoted to your paranormal research and your paranormal investigations.
That's correct, yeah. Because I thought it was about time that rather than me, I really am not trying to convince anyone. I don't need any convincing because I'm a believer. So
well, you provide
a
a service for people, really, is what
Right.
you do. You actually are very similar to our business,
Yeah.
and you know, we do technical services, a different kind, but I mean, you're in the business of providing a technical service for people, which is very interesting, and this is a very interesting and unusual branch of technology, I think.
And Jill loves paranormal, any paranormal shows. She's totally caught the bug, you know, and so...
Well, I'm very interested in it.
Yeah. Me, I want to have some proof. And to me, if you're going to take and get some proof, what else do you use besides computers, electronic devices? Okay, I mean, if there is another side, then there should be a very blurred line between science and paranormal. And so how do you bridge those two? And what you've done, along with many other investigators, is taken technology and you're using it in your investigations to see if you can find out more about the other side, what exists, get some information, and that sort of thing, right?
That's totally correct. Yeah, and hopefully with the aid of technology and in the leaps and bounds that it comes on, and with the leaps and bounds technology moves forward miles every day, that could be a real reality. And I have no doubt, even if it's not me that doesn't capture it, I have no doubt that people will capture it eventually.
Right.
And it just really is just a matter of time.
In fact, the stuff that you're using is absolutely amazing. In fact, I'm going to show them a few of the things that you have that you use for your paranormal investigations, okay? So this one right here is a ghost trap. And generally, when you have a apparition of some sort, you're using that to... What? What? You use ghost traps, don't you? No?
Yeah. Perhaps not as technical as that.
Protein packs. I mean, proton packs. You use proton packs, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a vax in the back as well.
That's bizarre.
No, I'm just kidding with you. No.
That's bizarre.
Well, that would look so cool if I turned up at an investigation with that on.
Yeah.
You're ready, man.
That's already given me ideas.
You should at least get one of those to wear just to look super cool, right?
That's right. It doesn't really have to do anything.
No, actually, the equipment we're talking about is real equipment, real technology. And this is a list of his technology. I'm going to go down what you have here, okay, on your website. And let's talk about them one at a time. First of all, you use an infrared trip beam. What the heck do you use an infrared trip beam for?
Okay, well, a trip beam, I can actually show you. It's got it here. This is your trip beam. So your trip beam sends an infrared sensor from this box here to this box here. And what you can do with that is you can either isolate a door, say if someone's got a door that's moving.
Hold them up, will you?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So people can use this across a door. You can put it across a landing, an opening. And then if there's anything that breaks that beam, you get a massive sound.
Okay.
It's basically to rule out if a door opens and this doesn't go off.
Right.
Then basically what's made that door open.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Right.
So if this goes off, then either it's a person but something has got to physically break the beam for this to go off, otherwise it won't go off. So if it doesn't go off when the door opens.
And so that in connection with the camera can determine whether or not anything was there to break it.
Correct.
Now
Gotcha.
we're going to move on to the next one, digital voice recorders. Okay.
Yeah.
I know what a digital voice recorder is. Most people do. It's instead of recording on tape, magnetic, you're using a device to record everything through a little digital. But these are really good digital recorders. These are nice ones, right?
Oh yeah. This is my.
Yeah. There you go. That's perfect.
Right.
Yep.
It's an Olympus dictaphone.
Yes.
USB. Okay, your files are pre-recorded in WMA format, so there's no messing about. You can just drag and drop them straight from this to your computer.
That's nice.
Right.
That's convenient.
So it automatically saves everything in individual files.
But it's you're trying to capture something called EVPs.
That's correct.
I know what heebie-jeebies are, and I think I would get that doing your type of work. But what the heck is an EVP?
Okay. Well, EVP stands for Electronic Voice Phenomenon.
Okay.
Now, there's lots of reasons why we use a digital recorder to start with, and the reason why we use digital is because there's actually no physical workings within this.
Yeah.
Okay. There's just an SD card or whatever you want to put in there.
Yes.
Now, if you use an analog tape recorder, what you stand the chance of is you stand the chance of feedback if there's anything on the opposite side of the tape.
Okay.
And also, you've got mechanical workings.
Right.
You see?
Right.
That can be recorded and picked up while the tape's actually going.
Right.
So that's something with this that you can completely rule out.
Okay.
Because obviously there's no mechanical workings. And what you're trying to... The theory is that this records what they call white noise.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in a room and you ask a question, the white noise or the background that you pick up on this, the theory is that ghosts can actually be recorded on something like this.
Right, that you don't hear it when you're in the room, but it gets recorded on the DVR.
That's correct. That's right. It gets recorded on here. Some people can hear it, and that's called clairaudience. Now, I'm not particularly clairaudient. Okay.
Right.
So this is why I like to back up
Yes.
evidence. Okay.
Which of course gives you the computability that you need when you're out there looking for ghosts.
This is it, you see.
See now, Tom,
this is
that was a shameless plug.
Yes.
well, yes, definitely.
Yeah,
but this,
I'm not into shameless plugs at all. No.
Yeah, no, neither am I. No, just stretching. Okay.
Hey, listen, I can do that as well.
Yeah, you got yours on.
That's right.
Touche. So let's go down. Let's hit the rest of them here. Okay, we have a infrared beam spread with remote.
Correct. Oh, yes.
You got one of those?
This is this here.
Oh my
This
God!
is infrared.
Yes.
Okay. Now, whereas the beam trip is a single line.
Right.
Okay. This one sends out a complete spread. So this will cover an entire room, rather than a doorway or a hall
Oh, that's
or a
nice.
passageway.
Okay. Cool.
So again, the same theory is, you with this one, what you can use this one with is you could use that with what we call a trigger object. Now, a trigger object can be anything that is either deemed by the investigators, as in us, or if you go to a location and you have information from the owners, say that they've had a pen moving all the time, or they've had furniture moving.
Right.
Then what you can do is put this again in that room, and again, if anything moves in that room, if it doesn't set this off, the odds on that there could be something paranormal that's moving in that room, because if there's anything that's human, animal, or anything else goes in front of this will go off.
I got you. So a lot of these devices are used as a process of elimination.
Right.
That's correct, Jill. Yeah,
Right.
correct.
And
Because the more you can eliminate human, animal, outside influences, noises in background, the more of that you can totally eliminate, then the more you can start to the more you can look on the paranormal side,
Right.
rather than the normal side.
Gotcha.
yes. And so you use a couple other devices.
One real
here.
quick
Yeah,
question
go ahead.
I have, and they've been asking in the chat
Go
room.
ahead.
They're curious, John, where does your accent come from? Where in the UK are you from?
Where in the UK am I from? I'm actually from a place which is called the Black Country, and
The Black Country, of course. That's it.
Of
course.
Of course. Yes, the Black Country in our history, and probably the history of the world really, is renowned for steelworks, miners, because it's called the Black Country is because of the steelworks.
What
There were
major city is it near?
The major city that it would be is Birmingham, which is the second major city.
I got you.
in
You know
the
what? Somebody in the room guessed Birmingham. So they were close.
Very close. 10 stars and cookies, I think, there.
Now, there's a couple other items you use. So, one is a laser spot thermometer. Okay, now I can understand some of the other stuff, but how would you be using a thermometer to detect ghosts? I mean, there's something that's not there. You can't see it. So I guess you're trying to get its temperature. Why would you be getting a ghost temperature?
It might be ill. We might have to go to the chemist. No, not really.
Sick ghosts.
This is the laser.
Yeah, hold it still. Hold it still. There you go.
Here you go.
Yep, got it.
Right.
Cool.
Okay. Now this is just one that's used in conjunction with 3 thermometers that I have.
Right.
This sends a. I can't actually show you here. I don't know if you can. You see that on my hand?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah. So that now is giving me a temperature of 87 degrees Fahrenheit.
Do your
That's my.
do your forehead.
There you go. Look.
What is it?
92.
Now do your belly.
I want to do it.
I just want to take a temperature of everything once I see one of those. Anyway,
But
so
yeah.
they accurately take your temperature by using a laser and so you're testing.
Sorry, yeah, it's on a 9 to 1 spot ratio. That is, the further away it goes, the bigger the beam, and possibly the less accurate.
Right.
But this would be used to do, you would probably use this to do 4 corners of a room to get average temperatures of a room. Right. But the other thermometer that we've got is this one here. Okay. Now, this, I'll just put a reading on it for you. Can you see that reading?
77.9.
Yep.
Now, this is a spot thermometer. This is again another spot thermometer, but this only measures temperatures that are this close. Okay.
Okay.
So whereas a beam, you fire.
Right.
This will only measure what's more or less in front of you.
Right.
And the reason behind that is if somebody's saying that they feel a cold spot hanging in mid-air,
Okay.
you can't use this to test for that.
Right.
Because the beam will shoot straight the way through.
Right.
And it only gives you a reading from what the beam's hitting.
So you need an ambient reading.
Correct. Well, you need something that's going to be able to test the temperature where you feel cold.
But John, why are you testing the temperature? Are ghosts cold?
Well, it's reported that some ghosts, some ghosts come with feelings of being cold, some come with extreme heat, some
Right.
come with bad smells.
Right.
So again, if you've took an average temperature of a room that is, sort of, I'd say 70 degrees,
Right.
right? And then you go into that room, and again with other, because I've got EMF meters as well, and then you go in and someone says, I've got a cold spot there. We want to know what's making that cold spot. Is it a draft from outside?
Right.
It could be a ghost, or
Right.
it could be something else. But if you take your baseline readings first, again, you can rule out. So it could indicate that there's a possible entity, or there's a possible spirit, or a possible ghost there with a temperature change.
So a temperature change, and I think I heard something like if there's a temperature change, it's because it takes a lot of the ghost draw the energy out of the air and leaves cold spots. Is that?
Yes.
Is that pretty much the idea?
There is that. Yeah, there is that. That is the idea.
Yeah.
Ghosts need energy to build up, and this is why there's a lot of. This is why you constantly take spare batteries with you.
Right.
And that because they drain power from not only people there but any other sources that can find to build their energy to appear.
Now,
and then when they appear, that can cause a cold spot.
And finally, well, you've got 2 other ones. You have a EMF reader.
Well, I've got this, and I also have another temperature, right? And this is really good because this will give you again this one here.
Okay, cool.
Right. Right. Now this one is an outside thermometer.
Right.
So you can take the temperature inside, but
Right.
it will also give you a reading externally as well.
Right.
So again, that can rule out any other
Right.
things.
And then you have something for electromagnetic forces or something like that? EMF?
Electromagnetic fields.
Yes, fields.
So this is one.
There you go.
EMF reader.
And so with that, you're detecting the magnetic fields that a entity could be producing, right?
That's correct.
So if something passes in front of it, it's able to detect that. And then finally, you use a Sony night vision camera.
Yes, I do. And this is an excellent piece of kit.
So let's take a look. Oh my God, look at that thing. Oh yeah. So use a
that's nice.
high definition, or a hard disk drive. I mean.
Yeah.
Carl Zeiss. Oh, very nice.
Touch screen.
Right.
There. Automatic zoom. You can also take pictures with this. It's not just a camera. You can turn it into just a point and shoot camera.
Cool.
So you can take still pictures with it as well.
And what is
excellent night vision.
What is the model number of that?
This is a DCR SR36.
Okay. So and also So you're putting that on night mode, so you can detect infrared. So you're looking outside the normal spectrum that we can see, and then and you're able to see perhaps an entity or something paranormal out of it that we can't normally detect.
That's correct.
Now, I've got a few videos I want to run down real quick, and it's a few videos that you've been part of in the past or you produced, and so we're going to just go down the list. This is a big orb or dust going down right-hand side.
Now, these are... Who made these recordings? These are John's.
These are John's.
Okay.
These are my recordings of investigations that I've done over the last few months.
Okay, so...
so these are fairly recent.
Yeah.
These are fairly recent, yeah.
Okay,
so I'm gonna play the first one.
Okay. So Arthur, are you in this room?
And that one's a really hard one to see.
So Arthur, are you in this room?
Oh, that's really dark.
Yeah, really dark. But on the stream, it's a little bit lighter. This is big orb or dust going down right-hand side. So you haven't determined if it's an orb or if it's dust.
No, because it's too quick. But it's the occurrence, you see. Okay. What it is, I'm asking
Arthur, are you in this room?
Arthur, and then we get that happening as I'm saying, Arthur, are you there?
Right.
And then you get that sort of, and also you can't hear it there, but the EMF meter was also going off and answering and making noises in that particular room as well, which previously we'd done the baselines and there was nothing to make the EMF meter go off, or there was no recorded, nothing to.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's Orb SUK.
Orbs UK, yeah.
Okay.
Orbs UK. Okay, so I'm going to just run down the videos here.
Okay.
So here is the second video. This is... It looks like a cot or something, and then all of a sudden a orb flies down or something. Bedroom 1 is what we're looking at. So I'm going to play that again. They can see it. There it goes. So that's something that you caught there. We'll go down a couple of them.
Yeah.
This is another one here. Landing. So you're catching little things moving around. Can they see? Yeah, they can see that. I'll play that again for them.
That was pretty clear.
Yep.
Are there any audio that you have?
Hold on, Joe.
Unfortunately, I don't have any audio. That's the next thing that I'm looking at. These were all captured. This one in particular, the landing, these was all captured in another piece of equipment that I've got, which is my CCTV cameras, which is an excellent piece of kit. Again, I think it's another must-have. There is audio facilities on that, but I haven't got the audio set up. But again, that's something that I'm looking at as a future thing. But again, it's the one that you're looking at now with the bedroom and the telly. Again, that was in a room of someone that had passed away, and I can assure you that there's no one in that room. There's all double glazing in that room.
Yeah.
There's nothing to make that. There's no updrafts. There was no drafts in that room or anything like that.
Right.
For that to cause that.
Right.
To appear.
Do you guys seal? I'm sorry. Do you guys seal like the air conditioning vents or heating vents or anything like that?
That's right. I mean, we make sure that the electricity is turned off as much as we can. We make sure that there's no sort of fans blowing, there's no draft, there's no windows open, that sort of thing. Again, it's to cancel out any possibilities or any interference from outside things.
John, we got a few more we're going to go over here. We've got a couple minutes left. Let's see. We've got, this is Scott Room TV. I don't know how that got in there, but okay. So there's a little orb flying by, and that's coming. So you can see. Here comes another one. We played this a second ago. Okay, and then we're going to play a couple more that you've captured. This is Can't Move MP3. So I'm going to play that. Now, I'm not really sure what's happening in this one. Can't move?
Yes, what it is, if you look at yes, I'll tell you about this. The camera, if you look at the camera and you watch the screen, the camera's actually moving. Now, the camera was fastened, this camera here, was fastened on a tripod, which was on the floor. There's nobody in that there's nobody in that room at all at that particular time. That is, but the camera is moving.
Right.
And
Oh, that's weird.
I think that's the best one out of all of them because it really shows that there's some form of movement going on. You know, just taking a video and just putting it there. And you say it was on a stable place, right?
That's right. So what could, you know, I mean, I have no... Where the camera was focused, what the owners were saying there, although there's nothing that's actually captured on camera apart from the camera moving, the owners are saying that they witnessed like a smoke or a cloud that appeared, and there was a face that appeared, and that's where the camera's pointing, but it's also moving there. So is it somebody trying to move the camera? I don't know.
Cool.
You know,
That's interesting.
Well, I think I think you're doing everything according to what a lot of people are doing out there these days, and they're taking their electronics and they're using them for alternative reasons. Jon found a really great use for taking your everyday electronics, and some of them are a little more than everyday. They're kind of really nice temperature devices, or you can really detect small fluxes in the electric. What is it called? The magnetic forces that are around you.
Magnetic fields.
Yeah, magnetic fields. Also, he's using cameras in a different way than they were meant to be. You're supposed to be using night shot, but he decided to use them. Hey, you know, if it's good enough for you know all the other people out there, you're going to give it a shot, and you're finding things. You're finding disturbances and changes and things moving.
That's right. That's right. I mean, the unfortunate thing with the paranormal is that there's no sort of one particular test that you can say, right, if this test works, then it is definitely paranormal.
Right.
It doesn't exist.
Right.
It doesn't exist. You know, so because of that, it's still very a thin line on what could this be, on what could that be, or it could be this, or it could be this. So, you know, but I do, as I said at the beginning, I do firmly believe that eventually I think people will get something.
Yeah.
You know, and will get something because it is there.
Yeah.
And there is more to things in life than this, than our world, without a doubt.
Well, do me a favor, please get back with us if you catch more stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I want, you know, we'll have you right back on it. If you have anything that you say, Scott, you got to let everybody see this. This is some great footage, great evidence, then please come back and we'll show it on our show.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I think paranormal tech is tech like any other tech, and, you know, you're out there spending your time and helping people do it. I think it's very cool.
Now, if you want anybody to, we'll just give a throw out to the website one more time. That is orbsuk.co.uk. That's orbsuk.co.uk. And do you want them to contact you for any reason?
Yeah,
or?
log on. If anybody's got any views, if anybody's got any comments, there's an email address there as well. Send us emails. If you've got any pictures that you want us to put up, then send us them. We've got a gallery there. We can put them up for you. Yeah,
that's great.
Anything that you want to do, email me, fine. The only thing is unfortunately, I can't get to the States to do any investigations. Damn!
Well, you never know, you know, never say never.
You've got all the old stuff over there anyway.
That's right, you got the cool places over there.
A lot more dead people over there.
Well, there's more history in the buildings.
Yeah.
Over here, nothing's, very, very rarely do you find anything over 100 years old here.
Yes.
A building. You know what I mean? They knock stuff down and rebuild here a lot.
Yes. Okay, well, we're going to say goodbye to Jon Moss.
But he's going to stick around a little bit and answer some questions, and I know that there's some people in the chat room that wanted to talk to him a little bit and about some experiences that they had. So we'd love to do that. We're just going to wrap our recording up and might even be able to see how Jon feels about maybe doing some auric readings.
That would be fun.
Through video Skype. So it's going to be an interesting show that will continue. So hopefully you're sitting here watching us now live, not watching this recorded.
So we'll see you on the next episode of Computability. Thanks for coming. I'm Scott.
I'm Jill.
And this is Jon going away.
That's Jon.
There he goes. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Moss.
See you later. Have a good one. Hasta la vista. and happy computing.
Peace.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about like how you got started in it and
how did you find out that you were a medium? How did you find out? How did you know?
Medium. How did I know? I think it probably all started when I was a child, really. Being the only child, I just used to have loads and loads of imaginary friends all the time.
Yeah.
And as a child growing up, you never question. You just think that they're real, and you know, I just had all these people that were around me all the time, constantly.
And your parents, at that age, your parents probably thought that you were just like every other kid, that it was no different. And they probably didn't raise any red flags with them either.
No, just apart from the fact that I was just constantly talking to people that weren't there. I mean, at times I must have thought I were going mad, because I was just constantly...
chooses to talk to the other side.
Yes, that's right. He does paranormal investigations in the UK, and we're going to be talking to him. But for just a couple seconds, I want to thank the sponsor of tonight's show, 1-800-PET-MEDS. Get 10% off of your pets, same exact high-quality medications, and have them delivered right to your door for free if you order over $39 worth. Go to compute-ability.com, click Buy Here, and buy your pet meds through our website to help Computability out. Thank you very much.
It'll help all of your cat's 9 lives, okay?
That's right.
So, okay, so we're going to bring on, without any wait, ado or anything else, we're going to bring on Mr. Jon Moss. There he is.
How are we all?
John, where are you? We don't.
We're here. Hello. In the ether.
We can't see you. Are you in this world or that world?
Probably this world at the moment.
This world. Let me see if I can pull you in. Okay, I'm
Here
going
he
to.
comes.
Right,
Come on,
there he goes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
There you go.
You made it.
Yeah.
You made it. The land of the living. Well, we've got you on the show because you've got you do paranormal investigations, and you are a medium and
a psychic.
A psychic. Well, a
Psychic
spiritualist medium, I think you like to be called.
Yes. What is the correct terminology?
Well, yeah, that would be it. A spiritualist medium.
Okay.
Been that for many, many years. Chatting and talking to people and talking to myself and that. But to me, there were other people in the room that were as real as what I'm talking to you at this moment in time. And it wasn't until I hit sort of about 14 when everyone else sort of starts to sort of go out and play football, or your friends will start, you know, doing sports or going out with girls, that sort of thing.
Right.
And you're sitting having conversations with your friends about sort of when the world's going to end, or what happens if the world does end, or you know, and stuff like that. And that's when I really started to see that there was a difference in the way I viewed things to the way everyone else viewed things.
So you saw people and you heard people.
Correct.
And
dreamt as well.
And so you noticed that somehow you had an ability that other people don't. Hey guys, ever wonder about how people detect ghosts from the other side? Tonight, we're going to be talking about Paranormal Tech on Computability.
With a special guest, Jon Moss.
That's right. Hey, welcome to another episode of Computability. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jill.
And tonight we're coming to you live from Boca Raton with Jon Moss, and we're going to be talking to him about all the paranormal technology he